Give it up to the Perriello pickers. So how often do you have a whole band behind you when you're running a dramatic session? So Perriello pickers, amazing group of people that come together to create a band and support Tom Perriello. So give it up again one more time for the Perriello pickers. So with that, I'm going to introduce our next guest, who actually is also a rock star from a different level. So her name is Yasmin Taidi. She came here as an undocumented immigrant, worked her way to become a U.S. citizen, then became an attorney and became super active in the DNC. And she worked really hard, tirelessly, to make sure that she engaged new voters in the democratic process. So her hard work and her tireless effort to make sure that our Democratic Party represented all people. I just want to welcome her to the stage to give us a little information. Also introduce Tom Perriello. So Yasmin?
Great. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Good evening, fellow Democrats. How are you? I'm so proud to be here with you guys tonight in support of Tom. I'm Yasmin Taib, Arlingtonian DNC member and activist, and I'm really honored and it's a privilege really to introduce our next guest, the star of the show. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about why I'm supporting Tom and why I think that he is the leader that Virginia needs right now. And he is. So for many of you, I'm sure this goes across the board, we're distraught, grief-stricken, upset election night. But you know what? Most of us, we picked ourselves back up. We've been resisting and fighting this administration's disastrous policies. And today's victory is one example of that. The fact that the people, the American people, won today, that we were able to save Obamacare, all thanks to you guys. So, as an Iranian American, someone who was welcomed in America, I fled Iran, war and turmoil during the Iran-Iraq war. I came to this country with my family, and it's been a privilege to be able to live here, to call America my home, and for my family to be welcomed here. But for me, to see the attacks taken at my community, at immigrants, at refugees, at Muslims by the Trump administration is unconscionable, unacceptable, and we will be resisting every step of the way. And for me, the reason why I'm here strongly supporting Tom as our next governor is because he's been standing with all of our communities, fighting for us every step of the way. And I know that he's going to be doing that as our next governor. When Trump's first Muslim ban executive order came out, Tom was at Dulles Airport protesting, standing with activists, and defending our communities. He's been there fighting for us every day, and I know that he will continue doing that as our next governor. Tom was the first candidate in this race to come out to support and fight for a living wage, $15 an hour. Tom is the only candidate for governor that has pledged not to take a single dime from Dominion, company that is pushing for the construction of 2 dirty pipelines in our state, of which Tom has come out strongly against. Tom can keep our state a firewall against hate and division and will represent all Virginians with passion, energy, and steadfast justice. I'm so proud to introduce to you our next governor, Tom Perriello.
Ready to win back the House of Delegates in 2017? Who's ready to make sure everyone in Virginia makes a living wage after 2017? Thank you so much for coming tonight. This is an unbelievable crowd and venue and celebration of music and culture. And I just want to start out with a simple message of good news, which is that the resistance is working. 3 months ago, the decade-long fight for the Affordable Care Act looked like it was going to be ripped away by the Trump administration and the new Congress. But they were not counting on you. Your phone calls, your rallies, your marches, your messages, and most of all, your stories broke through one of the toughest barriers imaginable, which is a conscience in the U.S. Capitol today. I happened to be at the Capitol for what we thought was going to be a Kill the Bill rally today, which meant I was just a few yards away from where I got to cast that vote for the Affordable Care Act 7 years ago. And I know some of my team from that time are here tonight who put up with getting kicked and spit on and yelled at and told all sorts of nasty things. And it was beautiful to be at the Capitol today to know that 24 million people are not going to have their health care taken away. We're not going back to the days where being a woman is considered a pre-existing condition in our health care. We're not going back to the days where mental health coverage is considered a non-essential package. And now we can have the conversation we should have been having all along, which is how to make the bill stronger, not take it away. I'm so honored to have you all here tonight. It really is just a reminder that when people step up, change happens. And we have an opportunity in Virginia, I believe, to do great things this year in this campaign. I am so proud of the fact that for all the devastation of election night, our Commonwealth of Virginia was the only southern state to reject the agenda of hate and bigotry. In fact, Donald Trump did worse as a candidate than any other Republican presidential candidate in Virginia in my lifetime. So as far as Virginia is concerned, I like to call him the biggest loser. So let me make a few promises to you tonight. One, as your governor of Virginia, we will be a firewall against the hate and bigotry of the Trump agenda. We are an inclusive state. We are a loving state. We are a state that has made so much progress towards equality. But we have more progress to make. We still have a criminal justice code from the 1950s. For all of our progress, and it is wonderful, We still have one of the most regressive criminal codes in the country where stealing a cell phone constitutes a felony. And we provide a mere pittance of public legal defense to those who are charged. Now is a time to be investing in prevention and in people, not in prisons. There are those who want to divide us, but I believe this is a moment to bring the Commonwealth together. And one of the things that I find, whether it's with our own coalition or whether it's with those who may have voted for Donald Trump, is that we believe the system hasn't been working well enough for working and middle-class families. Now is a time for us to be making higher education more affordable, not less affordable. So while we will resist Trump and be that firewall against hate and bigotry, we are not going to let him define the terms of our debate. We are going to have equal passion about a positive vision of inclusive economic growth that lets every Virginian get a crack at the American dream. But Trump is not the only force that's threatening justice in Virginia. We also have a state legislature that has been radically gerrymandered to the far right. And I want to give a shout out tonight to Governor Terry McAuliffe, who issued his 100th veto this week. And I promise you that we will remain a brick wall against a state legislature that wants to take away a woman's right to choose, that wants to gut public education, that wants to undermine clean air and clean water regulations in this state. On Medicaid as well. And I do believe, the gentleman was saying about Medicaid, that the argument has never been stronger for Virginia to finally get a clue and expand the Medicaid that was offered under the Affordable Care Act. We have an opportunity, a once-in-a-generation opportunity, to change the political map of Virginia. We have a chance to turn out the fullness of the Progressive Coalition in an off-year election when they assume our people are not going to show up. We're going to change all that this year. And I just want to tell a quick story that I think captures part of how we're going to do this. I've been doing a series of meetings with airport workers who are trying to organize for a living wage. I met with a woman recently who has 3 kids, and she works a full-time job not far from here and makes $14,000 a year. She then takes a nap on one of the benches at the airport for an hour and a half and starts a second full-time job, just so she can pay the bills. Her name is Esther. Esther is not going to vote for Ed Gillespie in the Republican Party. The only question is whether Esther is going to vote. And I believe for her working an 85-hour work week who barely ever sees her kids awake, the best way for us to win elections is to be worthy of Esther taking 45 minutes out of a week. Why a bold progressive agenda is a winning agenda in Virginia. This is why when we talk seriously about breaking the school-to-prison pipeline, about paying a living wage, about making community college and apprenticeship programs free in Virginia, when we oppose these wasteful multi-billion-dollar fracked gas pipelines and invest in clean energy jobs and energy efficiency. When we bother to fight and show up for other people, they will show up for us at the polls. That's how we win elections. So I promise you tonight that I'm going to wake up every morning as governor fighting with the moral urgency of thinking about Esther and whether she's going to get home in time to see her kids because she's making a living wage. We're going to fight every day to make sure that women not only have a right to choose, but meaningful and affordable access to that choice. We're going to make sure that Virginia goes from dead last on clean and renewable energy to leading the clean energy fight of the future. We saw today what's possible when we stand up and fight. If you join me in this campaign, if you join me between now and June 13th, we will win this primary, we will win this election, we will draw a new blueprint for a bold new Democratic Party, and we will create a more just Commonwealth.